Hey guys, Angus here. Got another Airsoft gun video for you guys today. Today, as you can see, we're outdoors and we're going to be doing a performance test. Not only are we going to be chronoing a gun, we're also going to be taking a few shots downrange at a target to see how accurate that gun is. What gun are we going to be testing out today? Well, it's one from my personal collection, one you guys probably haven't seen in a while. This is my AGM Sten MKII Airsoft AEG. If you're interested in purchasing this gun after you watch this performance test, there'll be a link down below in the description to airsoftstation.com where you can buy the gun for about $165. Now we're going to be starting off the video here by chronoing the gun. For the chronograph we have our 55 round MP40 magazine loaded up with 0.2 gram BBs. We also have a 9.6 volt 1400 milliamp stick type battery charged up inside the gun, ready to go from when we test out the gun's rate of fire. And one last note that I want to point out, I've had this for 2.5 years. Despite the fact that I haven't used it heavily, I imagine the spring has settled down a little bit, so this will be shooting a little bit lower than it would be straight out of the box. But hey, let's chrono it, see how hard and fast this gun's shooting. Okay, so we have the Extratech chronograph set up. Let's see how hard the AGM Sten MKII is shooting. This gun might be a little bit hard for me to chrono as it is full auto. There is no semi-auto function, but we're still going to go ahead and try to chrono feet per second. 299.7, 311.2, 309.8, 299.5, 308.7, 306.4, and 298.8. So we're looking right around the 300 to 310 feet per second area. Now let's test out the gun's rounds per minute, which, as you can tell, the gun's really itching to fire. 759 rounds per minute, which, as you can see, converts roughly into about 12.5 rounds per second. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. Granted, our results aren't exactly the most consistent things in the world, due to the fact that, as I mentioned, the gun is only full auto and the trigger is very sensitive. The second you slightly touch it, this thing wants to blast on full auto. Therefore, a little bit difficult to chrono, but we're still seeing some pretty good results. We've got 300 to 310 feet per second. If I remember correctly, when I first got the gun, it was in the 320 FPS region, so not a huge drop. And frankly, that feet per second is perfect for what this gun is more so designed for, which is kind of a CQB style gun. It's still meant to be used in the woodland environment out here. However, it's meant to be used in the more closer quarter engagements as opposed to, say, other weapons such as the MP44, naming World War II weapons that are designed to shoot at farther ranges. So a solid feet per second coming out of this gun. Rate of fire, great rate of fire on the 9.6. You're seeing right around the 750, 760 rounds per minute area and about 12.5 rounds per second. There are small 7.4 volt LiPos you could probably get to fit in this gun that will allow it to shoot anywhere up to the 900 rounds per minute area. Probably if this was a completely full charged battery, you'd see those results as well. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a few shots downrange now to target to see how accurate the Sten is. We're going to have our hop-up adjusted, and after using this for a couple years now, I can tell you the hop-up on this gun is very nice. We're going to keep the .2s for the accuracy test, and we'll be firing at about 110 feet, ideal distance for the AGM Sten. So, let's go ahead, take a few shots. Okay, so we're looking downrange at our target. Again, 0.2 gram BBs, an adjusted hop-up, and firing at 110 feet. My apologies for the crude launch air target, however I found it works excellent for these shooting tests. Let's go ahead and take a couple shots here. Change mags real quick. And we're out of BBs in those mags, but as you can see, very nice accuracy from the AGM Sten. Alright, so at the end of that shooting, we can tell that the AGM Sten MKII is definitely an accurate weapon. As I mentioned in the intro before we started shooting, the gun is a fantastic hop-up unit, really does help those BBs get down there. An advantage to the lower feet per second we saw earlier in the chrono portion of the video is that it does allow you to have some good accuracy with .2s. This isn't a gun that you need to go out and buy .25s, .28s just because it has a higher feet per second. You need to have that higher weight of BBs to weigh the BB down, let it fly down there. The .2s work perfectly fine. If you wanted a little bit more consistency, maybe try some .25s, but overall, I think our results were quite nice with the .2s in the gun. One disclaimer that I want to point out, don't be holding down the trigger like I was that whole time. These 50-round mags do go by rather quick. But hopefully you won't need it, because as we saw there, if you were shooting an opponent at about 110 feet, he's not really going to stand a chance, especially if you ambush him with the old AGM Sten, as it's showing a spectacular amount of accuracy at this distance. So with that being said, guys, this has been Deathcore Airsoft's performance test of the AGM Sten Mark II. The weapon shooting around the 310 feet per second area at about 760 rounds per minute on a 9.6 volt battery, and is showing some spectacular accuracy with 0.2 gram BBs at 110 feet. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe.